Oh, no. Nah. No, she didn't. Not on Father's Day. Oh, my God. Devin Haney gets a heinous accusation from his BM on Father's Day. He is accused of not really being there for his kid by his own baby mama. Wow. Now, in this video, I'm going to break it down, what went on and that kind of thing. So if you're here, buckle up. It's about to get a little bumpy. Now, make sure you follow me on my Instagram at BOXINGEGO1. Help me get to 75,000. We're building the channel back up. You dig? The link is also in the description. Now, I got a quick disclaimer, because anytime I do certain videos like this, some people will be like, oh, why are you talking about this? Shut up. It's my channel. I talk about what I want on my channel. That's for starters. For a second, I tell you, there's a lot of low quality content in the world of boxing, point blank, period. And it's funny because the Haney content creators refuse to talk about things like this. This is current news. This is what went on involving a boxer. So yeah, occasionally we make videos like this that don't have something to do with necessarily in the ring, but a fighter's lifestyle, depending on what's going on outside of the ring, can affect their in the ring stuff. But deeper than that, the Haney content creators, they will never give you this type of content. So you got to really ask yourself, as a diehard boxing fan, why am I entertaining or watching people who won't give me the full truth and they have things to hide? Like, for me, this is just everyday things. Now, I know some of the Haney content creators, they're going to try to act noble and above this. Like, oh man, I don't make content unless it has something to do with boxing. But then the same individuals will make plenty of videos as long as it's not about certain fighters like Devin Haney, right? They don't have a problem when Tank Davis was going through domestic issues with his girl at the time or whatever, and he had a mugshot out. There's people posting him and the police arresting him. You didn't have a problem with that. So that is a deeper subject. Don't let these people fool you into believing that they are saints and they are not willing to talk about X, Y, and Z. They'll talk about when people die and monetize it. They'll talk about other people's BMs and baby mama drama. Charlo's got arrested. Tank got arrested and going through it with his BM. Tank, yanked the girl out the chair or whatever, yelled at her. They don't have a problem like that. They're sharing, even the Haneyaks. Bill Haney was sharing the Devin, or actually Gervonta Davis mugshot. He was calling him a monkey. They won't talk about stuff like that. So I don't want to hear it. Y'all, if y'all don't like this type of content, good, don't watch it. Next, let's move on. So Devin Haney is accused of being a deadbeat, an absentee father. I'll start with what he has to say, and then we'll progress to what his BM, Leena Saeed, had to say. Devin says, stop using kids to control men or as a come up. The kids don't deserve that. I never acted like my kid didn't exist. I fight to see my baby. My child's mother won't let me see my baby unless I threaten to cut her money off, and I'm tired of having to pay to see my child every time. I am going about it the right way through the courts so that is organized and I can see my baby more than one time a month when she needs her bills paid. Now, another thing about me, I'm a content creator. My job is to make money making content. I make content, dummy, right? The other thing is, don't be mad at me. Like some people, oh, you're snitching and da-da-da. It's not snitching when Devin Haney is publicly outing his own business. His chick is publicly outing their business. Now it's a public issue. This is not like a wiretap and, bloggers and stuff found some hidden secret messages. He's posting this. So if you want to be mad, you should be mad at them for airing their business out, not the content creator. So that's just a little message. He says, I've been trying to keep this off the internet because it looks crazy. Cap. Because you don't have to. You could just deal with the courts or whatever you said in the first slide. You don't have to make this a public issue and talk about it. When have you ever heard Boxing Ego talk about my personal life in detail? My family life, relationship life, situational life. Like you can't tell me where I started airing out my dirty laundry. So this new generation is washed. All they do is talk on the internet. And then he's trying to make it like, oh man, I tried to keep this under wraps. So anyway, let's keep going. Devin said, I've been trying to keep this off the internet because it looks crazy, but I won't let my child's mother make me look like something I'm not, because when it comes to my child, I'm not with her and haven't been with her for a while now, but still took care of her as such for the sake of her being my child's mother. Whatever she has against me, she makes my daughter feel it by not letting me be in her life, right? Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day to my father, who showed up every day to be a father. Shout out to my mother, who let my pops be a father, right? I don't care about who she with or what she's doing. All I care about is my daughter. I want my daughter on my terms, not hers. Everything she got, I bought. That's crazy. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy right now. Everything she got, I bought. She could pop it if she want. I bought everything. She don't work, I work. She takes pictures all day. Hey, I'm not trying to laugh, but that's crazy. This slide sound crazy. She takes pictures all day while I'm grinding. I do it all for my daughter so she can never play with my character like I'm not there for my daughter, right? This girl is so bitter, she didn't even try give my daughter my last name. Now, I don't know what's up with this. Some of this is going to be subjective, but usually both parents have to be there and sign off. And then by default, the male, if there's a male present, it'll go to the man's name. That was my understanding of it. I don't have any kids, but I know plenty of people obviously with kids. And I don't know how this would have happened, but whatever. If you have ideas, let me know in the comment section. This girl's so bitter, she didn't even give my daughter my last name. I don't even know how that's legal or how that could happen. He goes on to say, I take care of her, my daughter, and my entire family, and a million other people in situations, and you want me to negotiate a schedule that's fits. I'm just reading it verbatim. That fits for a muff that takes pictures of herself for IG all day. That sounds crazy, bro. She just proved my exact point. She is saying she let me take the baby. Does she not realize that it's my baby too? So just imagine the times she didn't let me take the baby, and she only let me take the baby around the first when the rent is due. Now, this is the BM, Leena, Saeed. I have never told Devin Haney that he can't see his child. It's not my fault that he asks to see her once a month, and he knows this. I reach out to him and ask him if he misses her or wants to see her. I send him pictures and videos daily. He don't even ask for it or ask about her. It hurts me to see that my child is growing up without a father in her life. I am a full-time mom with no help. I've never denied access, even when I was uncomfortable giving my daughter up when she was only 2 months old. I let him take her to his house just so he can't ever say this about me. He had me blocked at this time while my baby was there and wouldn't give me updates or anything. And no matter how uncomfortable it made me feel, I still gave him my baby. So she's saying Devin blocked her, but then he was in charge of the custody. So she don't have no updates as a mom. Like, has my baby ate? Did she get a nap? Has she been fed? That kind of thing. I still gave him my baby. I have all the proof and he has none. So yeah, I will see you in court. Oh, wow. Wow. She said, I'm going to see you in court. And Devin, why are you lying to the internet? You literally said at the hospital, you don't want to sign the birth certificate. I have text messages and I can post them. Oh, she ready for war. She ready for war like El Salvador. Whoa. She says you didn't want to, so now you cap it for the net. And this was a planned pregnancy. He begged for this baby. Wow, she putting Leena, she putting all the drama out there, right? On the set. Let's talk about when my daughter was at your house for 3 nights because I let you take her and she came home with her ears pierced in 2 places on each ear without talking to me about it. I had to take it out. I don't know how bad my baby was crying while her ears are getting pierced 4 times in one day. And she was only 2 months old at this time. That is kind of weird. Like, whoa. What father does that to their newborn daughter? Everything is always on your terms because you were selfish. And I still flew all the way to Miami after your fight so you could see your daughter. I go out of my way every time to make sure you see her. Every single time he asks for her, he gets her. He can't name one time that I said he can't see her. But nice excuse for not being there for her as a present father. See, she basically said he a deadbeat dad on Father's Day. The reality is he don't really want to be a father and wasn't ready for the responsibility. And the only thing he could do is blame it on me to make himself feel better about his decision. So she's saying he wasn't ready. He young or young-minded or whatever. Why would you post our daughter on the internet when we agreed on keeping her life private? So she just outing him on everything. Listen, I don't know, man. It's looking suspect. It's looking all this on the Father's Day is wild. All this on Father's Day. Now, my thing is this. I don't know what's going on. It's really a case of he said, she said. So I don't know. I don't know who's telling the truth. I guess we'll find out if they continue this publicly and release stuff. However, you really gotta blame Devin as well, because like, here's the thing. That whole tape with Young Thug came out. She was like, I love you. I don't want to be with anyone but no one but you. Right? And then now you're basically saying that she want to flex and take pictures all day for the gram, and I pay for everything and I bought her everything, right? But when that Young Thug tape came out, right, in the public, because you're in the public eye, right? You're a professional athlete in the public eye. When that Young Thug tape came out, Young Thug violated and he said, I can have that little whenever I want. I just don't want her. I'm happy. Like, I'm good, right? I don't need her. But if I wanted to, best believe, look, that's her on the phone crying. I love you. I don't want to be with anyone but you. I just want to be with you. I really want to be with you, right? When that tape came out, Devin, some people said he was simping, right? Because he, quote unquote, ignored. Everybody was like, this look crazy. Devin, you just gonna take that and that tape? And then the Haneyacks and the Haneyacks content creators, they were like, this is ridiculous. This was well before Devin met her and blah, blah, blah. But now you're saying that she's like an IG model and she's looking for a come up, right? But then when the Young Thug tape popped, some people said, hey, maybe this is the case. You should get out. And you had a baby by her. And when the Young Thug tape came out, you didn't violate Young Thug. He said, I can have that little ish whenever I want, right? You didn't violate him. But Bill Haney and Devin were like responding like, why are y'all all up in our business and blah, blah, blah. So you chose to, she said it was a planned pregnancy. You chose to have a baby with her, right? So if what you're saying, and I don't know, I'm not saying what's true and what's not true because it's not my drama, it's not my situation. They made it a public issue. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, if what Devin Haney, if his side is true, then you chose this. You chose somebody who liked the finer things and luxury. And when the Young Thug tape popped, you bought her a car. Like you were like, I got money, I'm unbothered. So you went against the grain and bought her, I forgot what kind of Rolls Royce or G-Wagon or whatever. And then now you're talking about, I bought her everything and I can't see. So it's like, you kind of fed the beast if what you're saying is true. I don't know that. I don't know her. I don't know her character. People were like, oh, she was with Taz Angels and this and that. I don't know about what she do. So I can't vouch for it. I'm just going off of what he's saying. But if what she's saying is true and Devin Haney is like, wasn't ready to be a father type of thing, and he's not enjoying that and not seeing his kid, then, you know, that's an obvious bad thing as well. So again, I don't know who's telling the truth or not. This is very messy that they're putting it out publicly. The Haniac content creators refuse to talk about this because they don't want anything that makes their precious Devin Haney look bad. Devin Haney's been catching vital L's in his career ever since the Ryan Garcia thing. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because they say your daddy was a pimp and you're caught up in situational relationship drama that's starting to get very messy. Like it's like Bill didn't game you up for like dealing with women and stuff. Like you're literally, I could go back to it. You're literally saying that I bought her everything and I can't see my kid until I cash out and pay you and pay your rent. And I don't want to do that. And then she's coming out like, yo, well, I'll see you in court. Blah, blah, blah. Why you pierce my daughter's ear? Why'd you make it a public issue and post my daughter publicly? Very messy stuff. Very messy stuff. And, you know, fighters are not just fighters, but pro athletes. But we'll say fighters too, because they're part of pro athletes. Fighters continue to let women kind of do certain things. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be careful about who you wife up. You gotta be careful about decisions you make. A kid is forever. You know what I mean? Once you decide to have a kid with somebody, you're forever somehow linked to that female. You know what I mean? Because you share a baby. So if you don't like somebody's values, if you don't respect them, like if they're immature or they play games and stuff, you got to look for these red flags, because once you lay down, have a kid with them, guess what? You in it for the long haul. You know what I mean? And again, there were red flags that potentially, you know, with the Young Thug tape, a lot of people said that. They were like, oh, hey, I don't know. She liked the flashy life. And then Devin Haney bought her a whip. Like, yo, I don't care what y'all talking about. That's my baby. And he got married to her. Under Islamic law, he was married to her. Bill Haney actually talked about it. They're married. So I don't know now. It looks like they're separated or not together. But this generation is washed, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Everything is a public issue. They're like, how, like you're married for like what, 5-6 months? Like this it's like a joke. It's like a joke. Who does that? Who gets married and has a kid with somebody and then probably got to pay for their lifestyle to some degree, especially when you have a baby with them, and literally it lasts for a couple months? Like, to me, I feel like you didn't think this through. You know what I mean? Or you didn't really do the research. And there was just a video of him walking down the street with a TikToker, and the TikToker was like, hey, can I get an interview? And he was like, nah, and he was with her. But apparently that went south. And then now it's just getting messy because she's speaking her piece and saying you did this, and you know, you don't want to see your kid. And it's he said, she said. So this generation, they need to do better. And it's funny because obviously I'm older than Devin Haney. And when people like me put out videos, put out content, put out gems, it's not because I know everything. It's because I live more life than you. I've been on this planet longer than you. And not just me, there's a lot of OGs that will game these younger fighters up and drop gems, they end up getting mad. They'll be like, oh, these old heads is just jealous. All right. These old heads don't know what they talking about. And then come to find out, the old head that was telling them all along, hey, be on your P's and Q's. Hey, watch for this. Like, you know what I mean? Now all of a sudden, we weren't so dumb with the knowledge we were sharing. Like, for example, this is BM. She got almost 1 million followers, and you complaining that she takes pictures every day. But before she was even preggo, she was taking, look, I don't see a meme. I don't see a post about the weather. I don't see nothing. Like, everything, literally her whole page, like, this is 2024 before she was even pregnant. Literally every post is a picture of her. And then you're like, oh, all she does is sit there and take pictures. But that's what she did to get you, because she been taking pictures. What are we talking about? Bro, look, 2022. So it's like these dudes, they don't have no game or something. They don't understand the game, whatever we're calling it. A lot of these young dudes. You're complaining because you lay down with her, had a baby with her. That's your BM now. And you're like, all she does is take pictures and sit at home and don't work. I mean, I don't know if she was working a job here, but she taking plenty of pictures. She been taking pictures. So it's like, you seen this and started a relationship and sat down and like said, hey, I want to be with you. She said it's a planned pregnancy. Look, I'm cleared down her page. I ain't seen one post that is not a picture of her. Like, literally, I'm at the bottom now. Started from the bottom. Now we here. Yeah. Like, literally, she dressed like Star Wars here. Every single post that I just went down on her page, and she has almost a milli, was a picture of her. And it looks like a modeling style picture. They don't look like just candid, I'm at Whole Foods, Trader Joe's pictures. These look like she's at some exotic places. I seen she had a falcon or something in her hand in the desert, courtesy of Devin Haney, right? And then now you act, oh, so I don't know. I don't know if Devin Haney's story really adding up, but the Haney X won't talk about it, but I will. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.